Just before we jump into today's episode, guys, I've got some news for you. We're on Patreon. That's patreon.com/somelaugh. You can sign up for as little as £3. You get a whole bunch of different cool things for that. You get an extra episode every 2 weeks. You get access to all our previous live shows. You get early access to tickets. What else do you get, Stu?
You get all that, and you get a little documentary that we made behind the scenes at the Fringe last year. You get a night in Bavaria, us in Germany, at this kind of showbiz party. There's a couple of cool extras along with all the bonus episodes. We love everyone that's helped us over there. Keeps the show going. Thank you very much. You can see me and Mark do full runs at the Edinburgh Fringe this year. My show's called Horse. It's at Monkey Barrel 2 at 7:07.
Great name.
Mark's show.
I am Horse at the moment, but
You're Horse.
my show is called Marxism. It's on, till 25th of August. I think it's still going, but I'm going fast actually, so we'll snap them up pretty soon.
Stevie's doing a whip.
I'm doing a whip, Cold Meat. I'm doing 3 of last year's show, Caricature, and I've got a short film called Cable Tied on iPlayer. You can watch that, and I've got a little short on Channel 4 YouTube called The Dead Don't Care.
Yes,
I recommend those.
Finally,
you're in one of them.
if you'd like to see all 3 of us, we are doing Some Laugh Live at the Fringe on Tuesday the 20th of August. Still some tickets left for that, and we've got some great guests lined up as well. So aside from that, all of that, guys, enjoy today's episode.
Enjoy the app.
Welcome to the Some Laugh podcast.
It could be like, oh, that was some laugh, or there was just some laughs.
Some laughs.
Well, no promising all laugh.
No, there's going to be some.
It's some laugh. I think personally that it is probably morally irreprehensible. Is that the word?
Reprehensible.
Reprehensible. To
Jennings, come on, come on, what was that? What a fool. What was that, you fool?
your eyes are so watery. Is that because you just had that wee bit of water?
I've been yawning so much I'm crying. Steve's just taking water down
You look like that.
hole.
Yeah, you
Andy's
look like
on
that guy, the crying guy for that meme.
Yeah?
You got wet eyes, bro.
Yeah?
You got side wet eyes.
Wet eyes. I've been huffing this Albus inhaler.
Got a wee cold, didn't you, son?
Are we cold?
Albus inhaler. Interesting.
I'm more of a
That'll bring
Sudafed
tear to
girl.
your eyes.
Well, we
Sudafed?
were saying, is it morally reprehensible to kill a fly? Because I've done it over the years, many a time. Killed an insect.
Note sack apology.
With a swatter.
I like a variety of methods. I do like
Torture
either
them.
having like a bit of newspaper or having some kind of spray thing, because obviously it's quite frustrating when you kind of keep trying to grab them.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, I'm just raw dog.
You're
I'm not getting
implements.
implements. No, yeah. I'm trying to pick them in the sky.
Yeah, the newspaper's quite a tough method. I think that's...
It depends. Sometimes if you've got it long enough, it will be all right. But my thing is, like when you've got the spray, but then it does feel a bit like torture. Then when you get them with deodorant or something, and you see them kind of like drowning in it,
Yeah.
it's no good.
Spray is
Quick and
cheating. That's
painless.
like having a nuke.
Yeah, well, it is
nice
in a way.
skill in
Tear
that.
gas.
But I do feel like
Hang
if
on.
there was a heaven or something, and then you were at the pearly gates, you might need to cop to that, because think
killing
of the
flies.
torture that you're putting on a, some existing living being.
Yeah, an innocent creature.
Yeah, I don't feel proud of myself when I did, but I did it.
Well, I guess it boils down to, do they have a conscience? Flies.
What's come under the boil?
The flies.
Have what do you mean? Consciousness?
A conscience.
A conscience is like if they were feeling bad
Do
about
they
it.
give to charity?
I've got a guilty conscience, but do they have have they got consciousness? Do they know what the fuck's going on?
This is what has been argued before. Like, I believe René Descartes, as we've covered, has got an idea
Of course.
that he was the only conscious being. And I think back in the day they used to think that basically animals were like robots and they didn't think like us. And I think that was maybe just a way of justifying their treatment of them.
Yeah.
But then it's just we're taught we eat meat or this kind of shit. So,
But I mean, I think they've proven that there's certain emotional animals, like your dolphins, your dogs,
I could go on. Pigs.
pigs. They're emotional.
I think they all feel emotions. I wouldn't say that an insect couldn't feel
Insects, though?
emotions.
Well, like
They get horny. How do you think they're still carrying on?
but then, well, sometimes they just lay eggs and then the other thing fucking puts its cum on the egg or whatever. It's not,
Jacks off
they're,
on the
not,
egg.
they're not shagging.
Do you think that comes coming from anywhere?
I don't think they actually fuck, do they? Like ants and stuff.
I've
Well,
no
this
idea.
comes
This
back to
is-
the ants.
Do ants fuck?
This is
Discuss.
The ants are away from
You
the
should
flat,
know
by the
because
way.
you've
I
had
know.
tunnels like ants. What did
They're
you
gone,
do?
they're
Just get
gone.
that.
Just got that wee disc, put it in there, destroyed the nest.
Sticky
This is
residue.
what we're talking about. Maybe that's you've been like the fucking
Actually
Oppenheimer.
going
Of...
to hell now.
Yeah, I do. Well, this is where I draw the line. So I would kill a fly, but spiders, even though I hate spiders more than flies, I would capture it and chuck out the window. Don't know
Do
why.
you think that's
fall to its
surviving, but
death.
because you're probably clipping a
Well,
couple of its legs.
Aye,
You're on the ground floor, you know.
yeah,
You're letting die. You're not killing. Back to episode
exactly. Yeah, exactly. If there was a cart coming at a spider, I would divert it to kill the fly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's different.
That's the hierarchy, isn't it?
Well,
they're more worthy
flies kill. Spiders kill flies, don't they?
Right.
It's like the whole.
Right.
And how does
Food chain.
the attempted assassination of Donald Trump come in on this?
pretty
Is that
hard, the
model?
food chain.
Let's not get into that.
Well, let's get into it. Why not?
I know. Well, it's probably going to be like 2 weeks ago by the
Yeah.
time this comes out. But
It's not going to be forgotten about, is it?
great. Hundreds of other stuff happened. Where were you? What was your DJT moment? Where,
I was asleep. I woke up. Catherine said Donald Trump was shot.
She's always waiting you up.
I know, with
Can I
news.
get peace?
Exactly.
Amy Callahan's lost her seat. Donald Trump's been
I'll read
shot.
the paper in the morning, lad.
It's pretty big news, to be fair. And then I just went, "Oh, was he? Is he dead?" Nah. Rolled back over. Had another 40
No,
winks.
he's fine. He's
Just
actually
winged him.
he's actually better off now than he has been. He's up 5 points
Kind
in
of
the
a glow
polls.
up in a way.
Yeah, the
I
best
mean,
thing
you've
that could
got to
happen.
hand it to him, to be fair. See, getting up doing that thing with his hand on it. It's
kinda funny.
It did look cool, man. Like, you got like, fucking hell, like, when he's doing that, like, blood all over his face. But what a jammy bastard, right? Because, like, literally, if you see it, he literally does this at the exact right moment, and it's hit his ear instead of going through back his fucking head. And you're like, just to the point where, like, that could have been so bad, and he's like, it's just clipped his ear. How can it even do that? Like, how can
I've
it
never
clip
seen
your
someone
ear?
get shot in the ear before.
Well, we're going to play pigeon shooting this
Sure,
weekend.
yes.
That's right, aye. You have a
Make you
better
the next
aim.
Prime Minister. If you get enough sympathy.
But it's no, it was
When
fucking
was that? Was that Saturday night?
Saturday night. Because the weirdest thing for me was what I was genuinely doing was I was watching on Netflix that Bobby Kennedy documentary.
At the time.
Literally at the time, and I just finished it. And obviously, it's talking about like obviously him getting shot and all this stuff. And I was like literally thinking, "Oh man, that's terrible, isn't it?" And oh god, he'd have been a great president and this and that. And then I fucking turned it off on the fucking news. It's like Donald Trump like happened about 3 minutes ago before
Wow.
it. I'm like, Jesus Christ! And then, but obviously, like it looked like he was fine for the start because, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's not
not that much
showing
blood.
his fucking brain splattering it. And then you're like,
Do you think it was a setup?
I don't actually.
Because some cunt died.
It was a Republican that did it as well.
It was
wasn't
just
it?
a young wee 20-year-old gimp. It's like these guys that do the school shootings and
Incel
stuff. He
vibes.
looked like one of the guys, an incel, yeah.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, there's already hundreds of man stuff. It is weird that like it does seem as though they could see him for a few minutes and nothing happened about it or whatever. But
What
See
happened
the
was 'cause
guy?
somebody else died.
Yeah. And
Was
the
it from
crowd.
the bullet that went past, or did they shoot the
they
wrong
must
person?
have. It must have been another shot for that guy, because a guy in the crowd died.
Yeah.
But I was fucking it
Terrible.
was mental, man. But it's just kind of crazy how like because he was kicking about and he had like a wee square thing over his ear and all that, and just thinking how like daft it is. Even though he did nearly get assassinated, but like because it was like basically fine, you're like
Yeah.
he's still just able to talk shit and all the rest of it like usual. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, I was actually booking tickets to the immersive Van Gogh experience at the
Were you
Hydro. So
actually?
yeah, there's a connection as well. Because the new Van Gogh.
So went full circle.
Yeah.
Strange universe.
I like the meme of picture of him with like the blood all over his ear, and it's like me when I listen to Jerry Cinnamon. I enjoyed that. That's good. What do you think would happen if it had killed him?
I think it would have been a disaster.
Civil War.
No, but they would have definitely. The thing is, if there's anyone who can lose goodwill after getting shot, it's Donald Trump. Like, there's still a chance. The people think like it's benefiting them now, but by November, people will be sick of him again. I do think that they need to get rid of Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He's class, man. Let him live his life, man. He's good.
But he said the other day, he said, we need to win at the battle box. That's instead of the ballot box. Like, he's absolutely
I
fried,
think
man.
the second you call Zelensky Putin, it's like, right, get him in a hole.
And then he
He's done,
called
man.
Kamala Harris Vice President Trump. he does fried, man. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, you've got like, it's actually
That Billy would have killed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that Grace.
The fucking
Even if
wind.
it just missed him in the wind, yeah, exactly. It would like knock him off his feet if he did.
No, they need to do something, man. Like, it's crazy. And now they're all going, oh, like, it's, by the time, fucking Biden might have died by the time this comes out.
Yeah,
but
natural
they've got
causes.
to do, they can't just gee up, all right, and nearly get shot. Okay, we'll just go let him be president and we'll just fucking try and drag this nearly corpse to the fucking finish line against them. Fucking do something about it.
Yeah.
But they're
It's
in
mental,
people.
innit?
It's crazy, man.
The
But-
amount of just immediate bad takes and hot takes and
I know.
just clout chasing and crazy.
But that's how, like, that. I think our information, getting our information for social media, is like, we're so ill equipped for anything serious, and then particularly now with Twitter's so fucked as well, because like you're just getting all these mad Andrew Tate cunts basically that are just like showing up with the mad blue checks, and like this is what everybody's getting their information for, and everybody's fried, man. I don't know, something. We're not heading in a good direction, put it this way. I don't feel good
I
about
don't
what's
think
coming.
anyone thinks we are.
No.
No.
I seen somebody, like, it was a MAGA person, I think, but tweet, it's like, Trump, he's taking a bullet for his country.
Aye.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, not deliberately. Like, anyone could get shot in the ear.
He wasn't in the army. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, he's like literally explaining to them who Hawk Tua is. He's like, she's called Hawk Tua. That's the sound of it. Hawk Tua. Hawk Tua.
Was that what
I
you
only
thought?
got-
It might as fucking well have been.
I only learned what that was yesterday.
Did
I'd
you?
seen it so many times, I thought, right, fucking hell. I just hate learning new things.
I
now.
know.
Yeah.
When I was in Norway last week, and there was quite a cool like baseball cap shop, and they had Hawk Tua baseball caps in the
Yeah.
window. Like, they must just hop on whatever the new thing is. I was like, right, I got to learn what this is.
Aye.
And do you
Crazy.
want to explain it to
She's
the boys
got
and girls
like-
at home?
She's got like 1.2 million followers already. Just
Hawk Tua. I mean,
First
basically,
time.
it was like, see, these mad thing. You always get these videos now, but it's some guy standing outside a fucking nightclub or whatever in America, and they just interview lassies and like ask them like sex questions or whatever.
Yeah, why are we doing that?
That's clout chasing.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
seedy.
Aye. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's good. It's good for the numbers, right? Might start doing it outside
should do more
Transmit or
stuff like
whatever.
that, shouldn't we?
I know we should really do
We
it.
were planning on doing it at the night in Bavaria night with
We were
Gerard
actually-
Butler.
Aye, we were
Ask him how he gives a gobble.
Give it a
Hawk Tua
hawk
has
Tua.
fallen.
But aye, so that's basically, and then she just went, "Oh, you need to do the old Hawk Tua," and like
Spit on that thing.
spit on that thing. But then I'm the same way. Like, I only learned about
You
this.
wouldn't want a grogger. Come on,
No.
if we're discussing it.
No way a chest infection. Like, I've just
Aye,
put it that way.
so that
you
sounds-
don't want green spit.
Yeah, like that's too much. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's a fine line.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
I know. I think if somebody's that confident at doing it, they've got to have done it enough times that they know what they're doing. But because I only learned about that Brat thing everyone's been going on about yesterday. Turns out it's just what is it, Charlie XCX album?
Sorry,
I feel
the
like an
album,
old guy.
Uh,
I don't know if that's how you say her name.
in their brat era or whatever.
Aye, and it's
Yeah.
just in yellow. This
Well,
is me.
it's kind of Shrek coloured.
Is it Shrek coloured?
Yeah.
All right,
What is it? That's the color. What?
The album cover, it just says Brat in lowercase, and it's like a Shrek coloured green.
Right.
So now everyone is just, I don't know, they're just.
Aye, there's
posting
like
it.
an old episode of Seinfeld
not
where
much to
George
it.
is wearing like that colour, a lime green top, and it's like, oh, it's so Brat coded or whatever.
Brat-coded.
I hate
Right.
everything.
What
now.
a fucking world, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. Every episode now is just us moaning about the old guys. Like, what's happened to us, man?
Patter is so shite now. We're the one, but we're the outpost because we can't be the only ones feeling this way.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's
People
true.
have got to.
But we are just the guys because when our patter back in the day, old guys they've been like that's shite. It's just the same
But here's my thing about this
thing happening.
is
all the
that
time.
our patter was consigned to our own groups because we were on MSN Messenger,
Yeah.
right?
It was like tribal.
It was tribe. You could only really see like cunts in their 40s when they seen me talking
Yeah,
about,
sure.
you know what I mean, like me putting up fucking a big love heart next to the lassie I was good at the time. I've
Signing
talked
out
about.
and signing back in, so she sees
Aye,
you.
talk about they're not seeing me with fucking Hillshed Young Team and my fucking bio and all this sort of stuff. But nowadays, everybody's on the same thing, so you see everything.
Yeah.
And now fucking Wayne Lineker knows about fucking
Hawk Tour.
Hawk Tour. Aye.
Wayne Lineker knows more about Hawk 2 than anyone. I think you'll find.
No, but I hate because that's like any time there's some new thing, like for TikTok or whatever, that's like, 18-year-olds, that's fine. Let them do that.
Yeah.
But I
we
don't.
shouldn't know about this.
Alistair Campbell shouldn't be dancing to it or whatever.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Is that a real example?
Well, probably. It probably is. I don't know. Anyway,
That's true.
but but by the by. Speaking of green spit, I had a chest infection. There you go.
How are you feeling?
I feel largely better, I would say, but like after we'd recorded last week, I just basically spent a week in bed. The couple of days, not a week, because you always, if you get a cold or whatever, you just go, just try and, rest, sleep. That's what they always tell you, sleep, fluids. I never really do the fluid. They always drink
What's that
loads.
thing?
loads of water.
Drown a cold. What's that phrase? There's a phrase to do with this.
Drown a cold.
You gotta I don't know.
Kill a
Forget
fly.
it. There's some rhyme that I'm forgetting.
Is it?
Do my Biden impression.
And what do you do? And you would like,
One of them's like, I think
heat
you
up a
drown out
fluid?
loads of water, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. My mum would know.
Did you ever do that thing where you put your head over a big bowl of?
Steam your head.
Oh yeah,
Aye.
put a bit of. You put some Albus in that.
Albus, yeah, some Vicks.
We're sponsored by Albus now.
I'd love to be sponsored by Albus.
Vicks is quite it's quite spicy. You ever had what's
Rub it
it
on your
called?
chest.
Yeah, the dragon.
The old Patrick Vieira.
Oh, that's like
What was
that's
that?
like
He used to have, was it
he used to
Vaseline or
grog
something
like
that used to
that.
rub
Yeah,
over his
yeah.
arsenal top?
Yeah, that's right.
I've totally lost
The
track of
dragons shit.
that. Is that not for like deep heat? Like if you
Yeah.
hurt your muscles there?
Yeah,
Deep
yeah,
heat
I've had
is-
that.
That is so painful.
That's so sore.
Is
So it's
it?
the men for the boys.
That does.
I've never used it, but like, does it not pure stink?
It feels like you've got a curry on your arm.
What's the point of deep heat?
It's meant to loosen up your muscles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like joint pain stuff?
I guess. So. Well,
Muscular.
muscular pain.
Muscular pain, yeah. I no, but I was pretty fucked, and then I basically had a chest infection. It turned out, so I had to get some antibiotics. I've got to say, right, is the antibiotics like as soon as I took like one, within like an hour, like I had so much more
Hope you
energy and
finished the
stuff.
whole course. That's important.
I did actually.
course,
I did
yep.
just finish them last night. I don't know why that's important though.
I don't get it, but
I never
apparently
used to when I was a wee guy.
It's like
As
how
soon
you
as
got
I
to vote,
felt
people just say that, and then you
Aye.
just got to do it.
that's
Yeah,
I
'cause
used
it could
to
come back apparently.
but the thing is as well is that there's antibiotic resistance now, so they're
Yeah,
less likely to
globally,
give
I
them
think
out.
they get less effective
Yeah.
as time goes
So
on.
they
right?
don't want to give them out as much because I think humans ultimately are going to become immune to antibiotics, which will then mean that we're fucked because you can die like a chest infection like you're in the fucking 1700s or whatever. But
Why is it now that that's happening though?
I don't know.
Just because we've been taking it for years.
Listen, we were talking about fucking the ants have emotions 10 minutes ago, right? But I don't think we're getting the answers here.
It's the duality of man here.
I've got to say though, right?
World's a fucked up place.
Yous would have loved it because I got really pissed off. Right?
My favourite thing in the world.
Aye. Because so obviously I'm
With
feeling.
the GP.
Let me finish. At the pharmacy, I'll tell you this.
Great.
So I'm obviously in my bed for a few days, feeling fucked, no energy, barely can get out of my bed. So finally phoned the GP Thursday morning, managed to get through on the fucking, the Ticketmaster fucking hotline, first to get in, get an appointment with the nurse, because I just said, look, I just need some antibiotics, I think. Go in, do my stethoscope, I can hear it. Here's some antibiotics, you'll be all right in a couple of days. Like, great. Go up to the pharmacy, right? Now, you know the way the pharmacy works. You give them a prescription, they say, it won't be too long, but you know that it will be a wee bit long, right?
Yeah.
So it's the classic Pepe's Piri Piri scenario, right? This is what you do. You got any bother, I'm just going to pop to the shop, I'll be back in 5 minutes, right? We're all aware of this.
Tale as old as time.
We've all done it, right? We've all
I did
done
it
it.
in Pepe's on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Right as Trump was getting shot. That's where I was.
So this is the thing, right? And like, there's two, the lassie that serves me, right? And then there's another woman that I say to both of them, I'll just be back in a minute. I'm just going to go to the shop. They're like, no bother. It won't be too long. I'm like, geese piece, right? So
He's already pissed off.
so I go to the shop, get whatever I got, I bought a juice or whatever it was, right? Go back to the pharmacy. Honestly, I'm away for, I would say 3 minutes, right? And then I'm standing there, and these two women can see me. There's not that many people in the shop. There's maybe like 3 or 4 other people there, right? About 10, 15 minutes goes by. They all get served and go out. And see, if I had all my functions, I would have been a bit more switched on to this, but I'm so tired. I'm knackered. I'm fucked. All I want is these antibiotics to feel a bit better after being so fucked for days, right? I'm just sitting there. So after about 10, 15 minutes go by, I say to the lassie, there's a quite good looking lassie there, right? It's the one that I said to.
Why is
And,
that?
What?
Why did you choose her?
Well, she'd served me, but there was also another woman who was the other woman that I'd basically spoke to. She'd seen when I'd been sitting, and I said, "Oh, can I just check my stuff's like how it's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, they're just making it up. It shouldn't be too much longer." I'm like, "Right, no bother." I then wait. It's like another 10, 15 minutes go by. There was a guy, right, who used to be a teacher in my school. He comes in, right, and then does the same thing, leaves, goes to the shop, whatever. His name gets called. So he comes back and I tell him, your thing's behind the counter. He goes up, gets it, whatever. I'm still waiting. People coming in. Oh, you Mark Jen. The fucking people starting to know. I'm like, right, aye. I'm like, but the whole time I'm going, I've been here for fucking 25 minutes now. I'm like, whatever, right? So I then at one point go, right, there's no way that can't have been called, right? And I should have done this more. But I had already said to them, I just didn't give my name to the lassie when I asked her, but she'd remember me. And this whole time, by the way, right, there's a point where I'm now the only person standing there. They can see me, right? They've seen when I've originally gave my prescription in. They've just blanked me the whole time. They've no thought, oh, God, we should probably double check. That boy's been standing here for a while. Then this lassie, good looking lassie, goes on a lunch break, leaves, and then I'm like, everybody's been served about 3 different lots of people have all been and gone in the time I'm standing there. So I then got up and I just go, sorry, can I just check? Mine's been called. I've been here for a while. And then this new woman comes in, goes up, gets it right there. And I'm like, has that been there the whole time? And everybody's starting to look. And I'm like, including the other lassie who fucking served me in the first place. I'm like,
where did she have her lunch? Did you go and shout at her?
No, that's the other lassie. The one that seen me had the whole interaction as well. I'm like, has that been there the whole time? I've been waiting for it here for half an hour. It's like, oh, did it not get called? And I didn't even have the energy or the capacity to be like, I've already been told that I was still away on it, or I was still getting made up. And I was just like, I was pure mouth, and I was like so ready to go off my nut. Like my tolerance is as low as it can get. I was so ill, I was knackered, and I'm just like, I can't believe, and I'm just like, I just wanted to be like, this whole system is flawed. But I was honestly, I couldn't believe that I'd been there for half an hour. And that it was just there. And the fact that how long would it have taken for them to have said something if I didn't? Would I have been waiting there an hour? 2 hours? At what point, at some point they have got to take
something's got to give.
I couldn't believe it. And I was just, and that is my pet hate at the best of times anyway, being overlooked. When you're in a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
This is a
triggering thing.
This is a really triggering thing.
Happened when you were a kid and you've never got over
I think maybe I just don't like it generally, but I could not believe it, and I was and I got so angry, and I was pure everybody in the, I'm like, I've been standing for half an hour. How can you not have done it? And everybody's gonna look and everything. But I honestly, somebody needed their boss booted for it. It was ridiculous. But annoyingly, the one person who had told me was away. So it's but the other woman should have noticed, because they're looking at me and I'm looking at them, just waiting. And
you've got to question what's going through their head when they're just looking at you.
There's got to be a second call, right?
Can they not have a Mackie D's a screen?
Well, this ideally is what they should have. Is a Mackie D's Argos. They've got to have a screen with your name. But the fact that they just call you once.
Matt Jennings.
I've told them I'll be back in a couple of minutes. They call me, I'm not there. I then come back and they just fucking let me stand there until I need to twice go up. Once get told incorrectly that my hang's not there, and then the second time, this is ill people, by the way. You're not in the fucking chemist because you're well. You fucking need your medicine to fucking feel better. I can't believe it.
Breathe.
This has been a month,
Have
a
some of
week
the
I've been on
Albus.
this, and it did occur to me though. I'm like, the only saving grace is I cannot fucking wait to moan about this on the podcast. But honestly, man, and I really had to calm myself down, and then but I kept like rethinking about it when I got home, and I was like getting angry again.
Thing is, because it's like prescriptions are free as well, you can't even really complain.
You're not really a customer.
Yeah, you can't even be like, I've been waiting here
I
for
think
this
that's
long.
the attitude that's the problem though. Is because they're getting it for free.
Got you over a barrel.
Well, exactly. So they're
What
like,
level of
well,
customers? It's like we'll just no give a single fuck, and that's what it's like when you go to a hospital or something, and like you know what I mean. You ever go to A&E? They don't even look up for the fucking computer. All it would take is go with you in a second. That's it.
yeah.
But they just go and pretend to can't see it. Like get a fucking hatchet through my
Looking
head.
like fucking Trump walking in
Aye,
there.
Trump. And that if that had happened in the UK and fucking Keir Starmer's going to the NHS hospital with a fucked ear, it's just like not even looking up for the computer or whatever. But anyway,
I just come up with £1 million idea. Deliveroo for prescriptions. What you saying to
that's got to exists
get
for
that?
old people.
Does that exist?
Old people get that.
Yeah, you do get it for
that?
oldies.
Excuse my ignorance. I look
There you
forward
go.
to that when I'm old.
But you should do it for normies.
Yeah. So sounds like Mark who hate being in the pharmacy.
No, but that would take even longer, and then they'd probably chap on the door, and if you didn't answer the first time, they'd fucking knock him back. But I don't know. Like my tolerance was as low as it could have been, and I just. I wouldn't have stood there that long if I'd had the wherewithal, but I just was like so pure
Biden
out
get
of
your
it,
nut.
and then I just when it gets to the point, I'm like, she literally just goes over and gets in. I'm like, that can't have been there that whole time. Why isn't he to say to me? So, anyway, but that was me. Yeah,
I'd love to see CCTV footage of that. That'd be great Patreon content if we could get a hold of that.
There is a chance that if I'd been able to have been slightly more off my nut, it would have ended up on some daily crime watch or whatever.
We've all got to do the telly after this, and none of us are feeling very good, are we?
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm doing a BBC
that's true.
Scotland stand-up
You've
show.
only got the one shirt with you and no
It's
change of clothes.
Just got my haircut, so it's covered in hair. Worried
covered
about
on me
What are you
hairs.
going to do if you eat though? Because then you're going to spill
I have
something
eaten.
on
I
it.
ate a messy sandwich. I sort of hunched over in the
Aye.
street. And
I was picturing maybe going for a messy Nando's right before this. or
Oh,
something,
Nando's,
but I
eh?
don't know.
I could do Pepe's or Nando's or whatever. I'm easy.
I've not had one since Saturday night.
It's all
Yeah.
messy.
Well, I've got
It's all
a shirt.
finger-licking
I'm going to
good.
put the shirt. I'm going to keep this on until
Until you get there.
yeah.
You do that a lot with things.
He's
I've
always
been
got a
in-
spare shirt that he's
Yeah,
ironed that he's got
hanging
in
up
the
Well,
behind
it's
the
just because because I don't. It's because often this is the
Mind
thing
that time you
they've-
spilt your dinner down yourself, and then you went back to the stand, and you just happened to have one of your old shirts was
yeah,
there.
one of my old shirts I just
That
left
was
in the
great.
stand. That was
That's
very
lucky.
convenient. But this is a thing they've not figured out. I've always thought is that see when you're going on a night out, particularly if you're driving or whatever, or maybe you're driving to leave the car somewhere, whatever. But it's impossible to not get your newly ironed shirt crumpled by the seatbelt.
Mm,
There's a way you can sort of put the end of the shirt over the seatbelt and stuff.
yeah,
But like, what are we meant to do? Do you know what I mean?
it's difficult.
I know, but a lot of people don't iron
I don't iron. I don't give a shit.
generally.
It's gonna
But
be
that
creased.
looks fine to me. But I still
It's not
I
even
can't
mine, it's
eat-
Tamsin's.
is it?
Yeah.
I
Tamsin
can't
shirt?
not. I can't not iron though.
It's a good fit.
You're a
That's
big ironer.
I like to iron.
I've bought myself a little steamer.
Why?
It's a very mumsy JML purchase.
Is
I
that,
like that?
is that another way of saying you got engaged? Hey.
Do you want to ask him to explain what it means by that?
What you said?
Well, you
that
bought
Catherine's
yourself-
an alcoholic.
Yes, and you bought her by getting married to her because that's what guys used to do back in the day. They'd buy a wife,
Would they?
pretty much. More or less, you'd buy
You
them
had
off the
wives on
dad.
Deliveroo.
Aye, know what I mean?
Now we're talking.
Never cooking with gas.
No, it's an actual steamer. And instead of an iron,
So
and you just hang up your shirt and you go. Psh,
It's quite satisfying.
It's great. It takes about 20 seconds.
what does it actually look like? The thing you're holding?
Is it not like one of those things that you scrape your car with?
Kinda. And it's got a face like that. We handle, push the button. The only thing I would say about it, 2 problems. The wee water thing it's not that big, so it lasts what,
Does it last?
Can maybe
Last
get
year
a big
about-
tank.
maybe 3 t-shirts at a push.
Wow. I've got to say, every time I'm in a rush and ready to go somewhere, and I go to iron, the iron's always out of water.
and setting up the ironing board and all that.
I hate
shit.
ironing. Is one of the worst
fucking hate
things.
ironing.
It's one of the worst things ever.
Fuck
We
that,
all
man.
that. So you just use this. It says though, do not do it when you're wearing the t-shirt, and I've been tempted to do it.
That's funny.
Fuck you.
Yeah, just burn myself with hot steam. I just can't be arsed.
Rather than it
Are
being
these
like,
fucking woke snowflakes? Right
but they're not
Face is
just like
melting off.
curved to your body like a memory foam mattress. Like,
Maybe it just sticks. But I think it's more because it would like the steam. Because I've held up a sleeve before and it fucking hurts, man. It burns your hand.
oh, steam's no joke, bro.
It's no. It really
It's a
is.
silent killer.
Do you know, I was microwaving a wee pot of soup. the other day.
Microwaving a pot of soup.
You know how you from the like
One of
Wee
those plastic pot
plastic
ones.
pots that you get, and then you
Not a tin.
lifted up the lid. My wee fingertips burnt to a
Burnt.
crisp.
Burnt to buggery.
It's no joke.
No joke. It's a PSA.
You need to be careful. But I see the amount of times I've ruined a shirt, right? I'll get a real bugbear with hotel irons as well, right? Because one, a
load of
lot of them,
shite.
they don't gear them for a start. You need to go and ask. Like a
It's
bloody
the hotels
picture.
that I'm staying at, you have to
your
ask
Premier Inns and the likes. Now, by the
tight,
way,
innit?
travel lodge.
I like a Premier Inn, but I think you should always get a hairdryer and an iron
Yeah.
That's
in a
standard.
hotel.
Yeah.
You've got it, because when you
Kettle.
get... You're putting all your stuff in your suitcase, you're just going to fucking walk out like that all crumpled. You need a fucking
The
iron.
clothes are the most creased they've ever been.
Exactly. This is the point in
And I
which
still do it though.
you most
Yeah,
need it.
The Newcastle stand, don't give a shit.
Well, but then this is funny you mentioned the Newcastle stand, right? Because the iron that they give you a dry iron, right? So there's no steam,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a
Don't-
shitey.
There's a reason
fucking-
they've not caught on though.
yeah,
I don't trust that.
it's a shitey fucking thing, right? And then, but I'm going to I'm
We
thinking,
better leaving a pile of books on it overnight.
yeah. But I'm like,
That
if
work?
this is the accommodation that I've been
books.
put in by the venue, and I go up on stage looking like a pile of shite, it's their fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't be held to account for how unironed my shirt looks. This is the equipment I've been given.
Do you think an audience member would look at it and be put off by
I
it?
think they've got to be. There's got to be an element in it.
If you went to see John Mulaney and he had a creased shirt on, would you be like, what the fuck?
Think he's back on the gear.
Yeah. He's pretty smart, so
He's a smart guy,
I'd
to
think
be fair.
something's up, girlfriend.
Rory Scovel.
He'd be fine.
I think
Just depends on the act.
the
doesn't it?
thing is though, right? Because I think like presentation's got a lot to be said for. Because see if you go up there and you get laughs and whatever, you're fine. But see the moment you're dying your ass, it's like why you
And
dress
the
up for a
shirt's
corset. if you're dying your ass and you look like a bag of shit,
Yeah,
there's no coming back for that.
Nah.
Yeah. At least if you're down in your arse and you look good, they're
He's
like,
presentable, and that's half the battle.
well, yeah. At
That
least
is.
you're ready to go to an interview at a job.
Yes.
Just
Straight
straight
away.
from down in
Straight
your ass.
from down.
Out the emergency exit. Sit down straight into a job interview.
Give me an office job, please.
Hello, co-op. Can I have my job back, please? But I do think that, and yeah, I like to be presentable on stage, but you know, but the thing is, see a lot of the shirts that I wear these days, the kind of cottony ones, like they're often not they're quite difficult to iron as well, I would say.
Yeah, difficult to steam as well.
Yeah.
Only really works for t-shirts.
And the other thing in the hotels that they have is there's another one that I go to a lot, and they've got a mesh ironing board. So when you iron the thing, all the mesh gets ironed onto the shirt.
Barbecued.
And you're like, this is brutal, man.
Rubbish.
Sometimes as
Someone
well.
has to have used that in the trialing process
That's
and
what I'm
seen
saying.
that this is fucked.
That's why
Not fit
they'll
for
have the wee
purpose.
sort of covers that they put on ironing boards, and then also the other thing is this is pure boring old guy chat, I know, but listen, I'm just getting a
Where
lot
did it
of
all
my,
go
I'm
wrong?
getting a
Give a
lot of
shit.
my chest today. But the worst ones is when they give you. Have you ever had those wee ironing boards and they've only got like the wee tiny, like
Tiny legs.
the wee tiny legs. So you flick them up and they just basically sit over your fucking like your bed or whatever.
You'd put
And
it on
then
a table or
How
something.
how are you meant to iron in with that? Because you know you need it to hang
For
over.
years, when I lived with Ollie, that's all he had. It was about that. It was about a foot,
Crazy, man.
and it would just go on top of the desk, and
How
it just
can
cracked me
anyone-
up every time I saw him using it. In the last summer.
How can anyone live like that? That's appalling to me, man. Fucking hell. But aye, so I don't know, man. I just think this is no way to
This
live.
country's gone to the dogs.
Aye,
has.
no way to live.
Do you guys have a phrase or a word that you hate?
Where's that come from?
Is this your thing for this
That's my
week?
thing, because I discovered that, well, I know this phrase that I hate, and I was talking to Catherine about it, and we're discussing what we thought it actually means,
Right.
and we had wildly different thoughts.
Is it something I've said to you?
No.
No.
Well,
the
you
way you
would've-
looked at me earlier,
Up
looked,
to it.
it
No,
sounded like I was in trouble.
You would have said it in life, I'm sure, but it's just a phrase that I hate. Why don't we'll start off with you guys? Do you have a?
Well, it's
favourite?
hard to on the spot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you mine then.
Right.
It gives me the ick. Squeaky bum time
I don't like that either.
Yeah. I don't like anything bum.
related.
Do you know what I don't like? That's something that gave me the ick years ago, and
Anything
someone
bum.
said somebody as an adult used the word smelly.
I don't like that.
I think
I don't
that's
like
horrible.
Poo or poop.
Yeah,
I don't like.
Hate both of those.
Wee, pee,
Go
all
back,
that stuff.
Go back to the smelly though. Like, is it you could go, oh, that candle's smelly, or is it like you're a smelly tramp? What?
It's like using it in that way of like just in the way that we would just, even if you're just saying like it's disgusting or something like that.
That's pure.
You're
Smelly.
pure smelly.
Yeah.
I
like
don't even
that's
like it used like
the most balmy,
correctly.
horrible thing.
Yeah.
Smelly bastard.
Don't need to do it that camp. Did you?
Yeah, fucking smelly. But I just think that's like up there for like, with stuff like that should be left in childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Kids can say smelly, but
Well, I don't know. What's the etymology of squeaky bum time? Obviously, I know what it means, but where's
Alex
it from?
Ferguson,
Is
the
it
tea-
from?
the tea.
Is it, I thought that's
I didn't
what
know
I
that.
thought it was from, but
I didn't know that until I googled it, and he coined the
He
phrase.
coined
he coined the phrase.
Now, do you
it's
know?
not a very Fergie phrase.
I
is
think
it?
it's got to have existed and he's just popularised it.
Don't know, but
Keep bum time.
do you know what it means?
I think
you
he
know what-
started Boosie as well from 1992. Class of 92.
Eric Cantona, put his whole bussy in here.
So we know what it means. We know what the phrase means, right?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Well, it's like
It means it's
It's a tense.
a tense moment at the end.
tense
Of
you're
moment.
shiting yourself.
So, what do you think? What images does it conjure for you? What do you think where it comes from?
Well, if your
Nervous
bum is
farts.
squeaky, you're farting nervously. Yeah.
That's what I thought, guys.
Is that
We're on the
incorrect?
same page. Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Do you want to know what? do you want to know what Catherine first of all thought it was, which is why more wild than
Yes,
that?
absolutely.
She thought it meant you would go before a big moment. You would go and clean your arse in the shower because
And it's squeaking.
That's squeaky clean. Squeaky clean bum time. Well, when it's Stephen's birthday,
she thought it was like, oh, if your boss is going to be really like, he's going to check everything, so he's like, you have to be thorough.
He's
have
gonna
to
check your arse
You have to clean your arse, which I thought was crazy.
that's like it's like leave no stone unturned, leave no
bum
bum
unsqueaked.
unsqueaked.
I thought it was farting, like it's a tense moment.
Yeah.
That sort of squeaky
Definitely
noise.
what I thought it meant.
Well, yeah.
What apparently it means is because it's Fergie came up with it, it's during football. It's when people are shifting in their seat and
Oh, and the seats are squeaking.
Seats are squeaking.
That makes sense, yeah.
I can't imagine that's what he meant by that.
That's what Google says.
Nobody's asked him about this.
I'm just glad we had this conversation after we were in a room with him because the temptation to go up and ask would be.
What did you mean
Sir
by
Alex, can you just clear something up for us? Don't mind that guy being sick
Sick
right
on your
now. What? No, I can't even. What squeak?
That's what Google says.
So what seats are squeaking exactly? Is it the ones in the dugout or is it the ones in the stands?
No, the stand,
I imagine
the,
it's the.
the spectators.
Oh, really? I thought it'd be because the in the dugout they've got like those kind of racing seats, don't they?
Yeah.
I'd have thought they were more prone
not
to
back in the day,
leathery
though.
ones. They're more likely to squeak, I think.
Do you think? No, I thought like the wee foldy
Do you know where they've got the squeaky seats in the
I'm
world?
sorry.
Grosvenor Cinema in Ashton Lane.
Is that right?
Red leather. When they go up, they go. And we were watching the Euros show that we made, the sketch show with Only an Excuse and all the rest of it. And we're taking the laughs to put on the sketches. But if you get up, it goes. And you're like, fucking hell, there must be like farts all over this fucking program.
Every
Squeaky
time
bum
is
time.
squeaky bum time.
And like people laugh because it sounds like a fart. It sounds absurd.
Take
Yeah.
that laugh.
Yeah, take that.
Put that.
Edit
Put it into the show.
But I think this because Google now, a lot of the answers on Google are made by AI that's like wrong things.
Google's not reliable anymore.
I don't think it's
shit,
reliable
man.
anymore. It's a bad search engine.
I mean, it was literally the first thing that I clicked on. So
I'm not having it.
done a
That's
good bit of research.
I am not having it. That's the explanation. It is literally your
Steve left no bum unsqueaked in his search to find the meaning.
squeaky bum time is it's like, oh, you're holding enough, you know, because you're nervous because it's getting towards the
think
end of the game.
Perhaps Fergie meant that, but I think if we all thought that, I feel like that's the common usage of it now. That's what people think.
Yeah.
Because Pep Guardiola got asked about it recently.
Did he?
Aye, and he
Bet he's got
and he
clean
was-
as fuck house.
oh aye, he's got a bidet and everything, definitely.
Yeah, hairless, pristine, as bald as his head.
But he was like, he was confused, and then he's like, Sir Alex, why he used such a confusing phrase? But
Maybe he was thinking it.
in fact, they actually explained it to him, and I think they basically were just going, yeah, it's like, oh, when it gets to the end of the game and you're nervous.
yeah, but that's what it was like. A
'Cause it would
nervous
be-
moment, but
That
it's
is what
like,
it
where
means.
does it?
If it was what
come
you
from?
were saying, it would be called squeaky chair time.
Bum, I think, is more playful in his part. I think
Yeah.
that's the
Well, this comes from goal.com. So you know it's
very reputable website.
yeah. The phrase has
Did
been
he try
explained.
book 5 asides?
It's been explained as a reference to the sound of someone shifting restlessly on plastic seating during tense closing stages of a contest.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all.
Well,
Not having it.
that's what it says. Goal.com.
No, talking a lot of shit. Go.com.
Well.
No, I think we can agree. It's the nervous. Yeah, holding in the
I
fat,
agree that I don't like the phrase.
Yeah.
certainly.
but it's
So
not.
it's a horrible phrase.
Yeah,
Just something
but-
that adults say, and I guess if you've got kids, you maybe fall into it, but adults saying childish things is kind of
Bum,
cringe to me.
tummy,
Yeah.
stuff like that. I don't like it.
Sore tummy.
I guess if you're, as you say, if you've got kids or maybe you're a teacher or whatever, and you need to use these more sort of childish phrases, you might occasionally creep into it by accident. But I hate it.
See when
But for me, smelly's the worst one, I would say.
Smelly's bad, yeah.
Yeah.
smelly is
Smelly
bad.
bum
I'll
time.
give you that.
That means fun.
That's the worst of them all.
See when you sometimes you'll see this if a couple have a child or whatever, and then they'll call each other like mummy and daddy through the child. I think that's quite creepy.
that's
And that when that goes into the bedroom, no, out of the question.
Why are you there?
No,
Why are you going into the bed?
I know the things that I've seen in society.
Why is the kid there? That's my question.
No, come on. No,
Yeah,
but you
no,
know
I
what
do-
I
I
mean.
do
You've
agree.
seen this.
I do
You've
agree.
seen this happen.
You don't like the use of the mummy and daddy thing in the bedroom generally at all.
Yep.
Interesting.
Give us the
Correct.
Correct.
Correct. We should probably address this because it's came up a few times on the pod that basically Steve's got a new catchphrase.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's my grandpa's catchphrase. Have we spoken
I don't think
about
not in a
It's
public
come and
episode.
gone a few times throughout my time knowing you, but it really hit stride in Germany.
Well, when
Especially after a
because
few
we only
beers.
I'd
clocked it
forgotten
after
about it.
we only clocked after a week or so. But see, when I was editing the Night in Bavaria thing, like we're in the airport, like in Glasgow, leaving, like, you're like correct, you know, like, every 2 seconds. And then actually somebody commented on one of our clips and like it said correct, but spelt it with 2 K's. And I was like, it looked as though they were just doing an impression of you.
Correct. I know. I didn't know if that was like a German spelling for it. Or something.
So your granda used to say it like that.
Yeah, he'd always go correct.
Did you think he invented that as well?
It's a different grandpa.
Right.
And so what what would you be saying to him?
I'd go. Is that is the sausages in the fridge? Do you want them? Correct. He'd point. He'd always point.
That's really funny. I can't mind how it started in Germany, but it's really cracking me up.
It's really good. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
To the point. You know, it's. there you
Correct.
go.
It
It's one
could
word.
be seen in the wrong context as a bit passive aggressive though. Like, see if for example you were like, you know, saying to the tech goes on, Steve, would you like a light at 18 minutes? Correct.
Correct.
Like, he's a fucking wanker.
I think it depends the tone of voice, though. I feel like correct, like then you'd think you're a wank, but if you're
Yeah.
like, correct, you know, that's nice. It's cute.
Yeah, because see when adults would do that thing, I used to have a teacher in school and say, ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. You know, that kind of lets you like sort of stuff.
I think that's a wanker's attitude for a teacher to have.
It is a wee
Yeah.
bit.
Kids should feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, you don't want
I
to feel
think
like
so.
you're stupid by asking a question. The whole point is you should be encouraging people to ask questions.
Yeah, no, definitely. We had a teacher who he had a wee catchphrase. He'd say, "Show regard." He'd make
I
us.
don't even get it. For what?
What does that
It's-
mean?
well, you
Does
just
that
have
mean
to
try
Is
show
it
regard.
French or something?
He was a history teacher. He was the biggest wank ever, but he'd always go, "I want you to write down the rules of the class in the back of your jotter. Number 1, show regard. And it just
That
meant like,
sounds like Scottish fucking teacher in the world.
Sure.
it meant like,
So are we going to learn anything at any point? No.
No,
You're getting my personal brand of philosophy.
and it meant he wanted respect
Right.
from the students.
He was influenced by Fergie, I bet.
I think.
I
so.
feel like if you need to ask for it,
you don't
you,
deserve
you
it.
should command respect.
Yeah.
Without, you shouldn't have to ask for it. Show regard.
Show regard.
And then what was the other things?
And then it'd be like, don't talk in class.
Well, that's
Correct.
that comes under the auspices of show regard, you would say.
Well, aye. But then number 1, first and foremost, show regard.
We had a guy, a techie teacher, and he would always insist on when he would read out the register, everybody, you just say here. That was every class. Here, here, here. It's just
It
a
wasn't
bit.
present, was
It's
it?
a formality.
Present.
Here, sir.
Ugh.
If MD didn't say sir, he'd gaff his nut. He was like such a, and he was the guy. I remember like seeing him. I'd been like 50
Also,
or
techie
something.
teacher's like the biggest dos going as well.
Yeah.
Well, he
Mine was literally a junkie.
was, you know,
Yeah, got done doing heroin in his car.
oh my god, it's funny.
He didn't give a fuck if we called him so.
The weird thing about my techie teachers is that obviously Bridges went to the same school as me, so like that bit he done about all the techie teachers, that was the same ones I had. Like the literal guys is who he's talking about.
Yeah,
like I'd be like, you know, make us a whatever it was, make us a fucking thing because he's hungover and all that shit.
Mr. Grundo or something.
Well, yeah, there was a guy called Mr. Rundo, and
He gets
I think
served before
Bridges
you at the pharmacy as well.
Probably. But he had to. Bridges, I think he had to change. I don't know if I think he used to just say his name, and then when he done the recording, they called it. It was like I changed it to like Brundle or something like that. Like he changed the name, and it's like because they used to say, well, let's get ready to Rundle or something like that, because that was his name. But then I think the DVD changed it, whatever. But this other guy that we used to get us to say here, sir. I do remember that he said that. He thought that all of that year at school were all fucked because they were born the same year as Chernobyl. He's like, but
How
he.
far did they think the blast
I know,
radius was?
exactly. But I remember seeing him pure dressing people like we first years down in the hallways, like, and he'd like fucking shouting and screaming in their face, and he would like walk away, and I think he'd just be laughing. But, and this is the kicker, is that when we were in first year of high school, all the Trafalgar boys for the damn year came up to fight with one of the other young teams, and they fucking started fighting with all the teachers and all that at the school gates, and so the classic story was that the head
Yes.
teacher get fly kicked
Oh, right.
in the face. We all seen
Fly
this.
kick.
He get
Fly
fly
kick?
kicked in the face. We all this is
Jesus
the end of the
Christ.
school day. Everybody watched this happen. But this techie teacher, the hard man, the so-called hard man, he was like fucking hiding behind one of the like glass windows, and everyone seen him pure shite himself. But
be fair-
Teacher getting fly kicked in the head is like Trump getting assassinated.
it was
off
that
the
was
school.
that was
Yeah.
our version of that. Was
Yeah.
our JFK moment.
To be
Did that
fair, though,
secure him a second term? As he did.
like, say if that teacher witnessed this through a window and then ran out to fight kids, you would be a bit like, what the fuck?
No, but in a way, that was the one point where he should have owned up to, because the other ones were fighting. He was
What
he was-
teachers were fighting?
Well, they were just trying to get these guys away for the school.
Yeah.
Like, because they like fucking invaded it, trying to find these guys, and he was shiting himself behind the glass.
The glass.
But yeah, here, sir. And if you didn't say sir, here, go, what? And it would like he would ruin a whole lesson, because obviously occasionally somebody would like just decide I'm not going to
I'm not
say
fucking
this,
saying it.
and it would like take up half the lesson.
That's great.
There
I
was
don't
that.
remember calling anyone sir at school.
No.
Really?
Well, that's
so.
what we would call we'd call them sir
Yeah.
or miss.
Or miss.
Aye.
What would you call them? Just by their name?
I guess so, yeah. Well, not the first name though.
No.
But
So it says like Mr.
Mr.
Smith.
Bingham or
But you'd
whatever.
never say sir. You'd never call them.
Oh, maybe we did. I don't know.
Aye,
Maybe.
can't remember.
It does. I don't know. It feels wild that I would have.
It does. It does sound a bit. It sounds a bit formal.
Victorian,
Aye.
isn't it?
Outdated, isn't it?
Yeah.
But because the other thing that was like the biggest deal, like similar to that, was like I remember this happened a couple of times where it was like it was something weird, like a gym hall, and it was like somebody had done something to the shutters, like they'd kicked the ball off the shutters or they'd taken the shutters down or something. It was like there was like an inquest into finding out who'd done this thing, and it was like everybody's lined up, and it was like proper as if it was like the pure worst thing in the world, and like they
Did they
took that
find
shit
out?
really seriously. Apparently, they must have done at some point, but
Wasn't you, was it?
it wasn't me. I think he'd think I was there, so it's no that way. It's like they
Passed
probably know
out.
there's a few people that know who it was, and they're trying to like weed out the culprits. And that. But for like the pure stupidest shit ever, who gives a fuck who's kicked a shutter or something?
Yeah.
Like, but that was like as if it's like a fucking stakeout or something.
We had a techie teacher who it's always techie teachers. They're always
Aye.
mental in it. He would he kept calling me Stephanie. I'd seen the register.
Mark has just spat coffee everywhere. It's honestly a faithful recreation of what that guy did behind Sir Alex Ferguson.
What
The most basic thing in the world as well. Oh my god.
Mark was this cunt's target demographic with that.
That's Mark's sense of humour. Call Steve Stephanie. There's no way of cutting around that.
That's the clip.
Oh my god.
You alright?
Fucking hell.
See, because I've got this fucked throat. See, as soon as I took that sip, I thought,
I'm in trouble
fucked.
here.
There's no getting round that, man. Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus.
We only get a new fucking carpet. The stupidest thing ever is
It's not even going to be funny.
It's not, not worth it. Not worth it.
It's like so
It's
daft.
so wee guy. So
That is so
shite.
shite. You're like the sort of thing you would have thought was pure funny.
Amazing.
Like these days you'd get the sack for it. And like but it's so pure banging order as well. Like he's just calling you Stephanie for the fucking
Aye,
reason.
just for a wee reaction because everyone else would obviously start pissing themselves, and I'd be like, "Ah, brilliant! That's like five days in a row," and he'd always pretend
Well done, sir.
it's a mistake. He'd go, "Stephanie Buchanan." Oh, I mean Stephen Buchanan.
That's good, Pat.
That nearly fucking killed me, Jesus Christ.
That's like when that guy did the one-liner and it made Steve physically sick.
That is very
Oh,
Very similar situation.
similar.
We spoke about that on here, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
oh my god. Fuck it.
And then I tried to retaliate. I said, "Oh, sorry, Miss Wood," instead of Mr. Wood, and then he said, "Get."
Couldn't you take it even once?
Oh, fucking
There you go.
hell. Well,
Fuck's sake.
You're right.
I just don't know, man. Fucking, this might be my last episode.
Fucking hell.
Oh, jeez, oh.
How you feeling for the TV tonight? We're all doing a TV gig. It's exciting.
Might not all make the edit. We'll see.
I don't
We're all
think
filming
so.
it.
We're all filming it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making it now.
If you make it to Edinburgh, you'll be doing good.
You know, fucking hell.
That is
I'm
crazy.
feeling fine.
It's crazy when you start doing comedy and you'd do something like this and you'd go, "This is a pure big moment," and you'd be
I'm not
dead
doing live at the
excited.
Apollo.
No, but even like doing Comedy Underground
On
or something.
telly.
You're doing a wee TV spot. You'd be dead excited and you'd
Yeah.
go over your set and you'd and all that. And I've literally not give this two thoughts.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, I'm pleased to be asked. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
of course.
It'll be great.
Julia, because you're a listener. Thank you.
We love
for-
you.
Thank you for inviting us on. But
You just,
But
I
you've
suppose, it
ruined
just
my
becomes
Tuesday.
second nature. It just becomes second nature because, like, ultimately, it's a bit of a cliche, but it's like it is just another gig. You just need to do what you normally do.
yeah,
It just happens to be being filmed, so you just got to kind of. And I actually sometimes think it's better to just go into it without
overthinking it.
overthinking it, because then if you just, you know, when you start second guessing yourself, that's when you end up fucking things up. So
Yeah.
probably better to go in a bit relaxed, but
It's like an I think you should leave sketch now.
yeah, that's not going to be good on the telly. Oh my god. Oh,
What about that breakfast?
listen, I'm
Jester
going to
thing?
need to cut out everything about the pharmacy because I need to go back to the chemist so I can get some other stuff. What the hell? Aye, I don't know. I don't think we mentioned, Stu, but how did you go on at the Soho Theatre?
Yeah, it was great, man. It was really
Aye.
fun. Yeah, yeah, good. No crazy tales to tell, but a fun time. Yeah,
No.
thanks to everyone that came out, listeners. Yeah, great, man. Nice to finish that show and just go on to the
Nice
next
to
one.
be
There,
in
man.
the I suppose the centre of the comedy scene in the UK. Would you say? Maybe.
I'd
so.
say so. When I was there, certainly.
Yes.
A lot of brothels round that neck of the woods.
Sure.
And
I went
so
to every single one to celebrate.
Get a shag of Stephanie if you can.
There is.
This is the fucking daftest episode.
How do you know
ever.
that?
Nah,
Yeah. There's one called Squeaky BumTime.
nah,
They just shower you. Rubbish.
you just clean your arse. Man. No, I've heard that.
With
I've
them
not.
tongues.
I've never.
What is going on
Jesus
today, man?
Christ, man. This is
Tonally, this episode is all over the
puerile.
gaff.
Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, childish.
Yeah, no, it was good. Thanks for asking.
I'm glad to hear it.
That's like an Eric Andre thing. Like you just like spewed up in front of you. So how is this over there?
Oh man.
Well, I'm glad we got that camera at the very least.
Fucking hell. I can't wait to watch it back.
I know.
It feels weird to continue having a conversation into it.
Yeah,
does,
where,
yeah.
do we go for here?
Because I think
Imagine we had a guest on this week.
Marcus Brigstock sitting with wet feet from your fucking coffee all over them.
You know, that'd be good on the fringe. Yeah. You get fucking.
can't remember where we went from. Because I think the only other time that we've done this and there's been
An incident.
disruption like that is the kiss and arse moment. Was that about halfway through? Or was that at the end? Because where'd you go from the kiss and arse thing?
I don't know. You're not talking.
No, we
about
did
it,
because
right?
there was another story. I think you told something. Because I think actually we maybe got
It's
into
a
it
hard
because
act
you
to
were.
follow.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was we did have more of that left. But
More of the
fuck
tank.
me, man, Jesus Christ.
I think we should just cut after the the coffee.
I
spell.
think you roll credits right as a.
freeze
as-
frame.
It's like the end of Seinfeld.
The music's been under the fucking chat for about 20 minutes at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah, I think we might need to. Honestly, I might need to rest my voice a wee bit before we do this thing.
Saw Brian Cox yesterday.
Did you?
Logan Roy. Jesus Christ, alive.
Right, I think we're going to wrap up. I
You
think
cannot have a
genuinely-
convo after that. It's crazy.
Might genuinely need you guys to do
It's like going on after music.
the end bit.
I can try and do the end bit.
Should we try and do it together?
I think that about covers it, guys. Thank you for
You
listening.
don't need to do it in what you think my accent is.
Well, you do a good Jennings
Nah,
impression. I
not-
think you
not
should
really.
do your Jennings for this bit.
I can't do an impression of what he's been doing for the last 15 minutes.
No.
I think that about covers it, guys.
That's Roger Egbert. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please remember you can support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/some laugh.
Some laugh.
You can like us and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
Like
all
and
that
subscribe on
stuff.
YouTube.
At some laugh pod.
At Some Laugh Pods.
You can
And
leave an
apart from that,
obituary on.
leave your well
podcast.
wishes for Mark in the comments. And apart from that, is there anything else?
Apart from that, please give us an email if you fancy. Dunno,
Sure.
Somelaughpod@gmail.com.
Give us some topics to talk about, whether you fancy some questions.
Chuck us some questions.
Go see me and Mark at the Fringe.
Yeah.
And to a lesser extent, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, not a lesser extent.
And
To an
us
extent.
doing the Some Laugh live show.
Yeah, on the 20th of August. 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Monkey Barrel. That'll be
It's
class.
Tuesday, it turns out.
One good guest confirmed. Maybe some more we'll find out.
Yeah,
But
we will
I think
definitely have.
that's it.
Come on, smell you.
I think that covers it, right?
Yes, that
yes.
covers it. Thanks, guys.
Get well soon, Mark. Thanks for listening,
Get well
everyone.
soon. Thanks, guys.
Correct.
Speak to you soon.
Correct. All the
Correct.
best.